Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future. You or someone around you. So take the resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below. And I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Keep in mind that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. It is a good idea to have an empty cup when you're on Lady Noble's channel and really want to see what's up. All are welcome on the channel, and all contributions are highly appreciated, okay? You can be having a lot of things to do. Spirit is saying for you to pace yourself, collective, be patient. Whenever you feel there are a lot of things to do, try to avoid from becoming frustrated. Always give yourself extra time. Try to avoid from becoming frustrated, collective. Okay? So we have the 10 of Pentacles here, okay? Having it all looks different to everyone. Having it all looks different to everyone. So as you see, this person has 10 beautiful cats. And this 10 of Pentacles says having it all looks different to everyone. And I just mentioned in a previous read, when you ask someone what does happiness or success means to them, everyone would have a different opinion. Everyone would have a different response, because when it comes to happiness, we all have a different opinion of what happiness looks like to us. We all have a different opinion of what abundance and prosperity looks to us. Some people feel like money is prosperity. There are other people that feels like time is prosperity. They value their time. There are people who, value different things, and that is okay. We're supposed to be different. We are all uniquely, individually, divinely created for a divine purpose. And so this is the energy of possibly you could be someone very happy and content in your personal life. But as you see, all these beautiful cats here and this person sitting on their porch there, they're just chilling. You could have people observing you and also judging and critiquing your life, where you are, maybe things you involve yourself in. This could be religious, cultural, spiritual beliefs or practices. This could be where you live, how you dress, how you talk, just your lifestyle, things that you have chosen to make you feel happy and content and at peace with yourself. So you could be someone who's being ridiculed or condemned for your choice of life, of way of how you live your life, how you choose to present and express yourself. This could also be someone mocking or making fun of how someone dresses as well. Okay, so this could be maybe a family critiquing or criticizing you, a social group, friends, people that don't know you. Just being very critical and judgmental, because to many, they look at prosperity and success is to be materialism, material wealth, tangible things. Maybe your dream was to maybe move out into the country and buy a farm or a small cottage and get a lot of cats and, love them and love them and love them. That's happiness to you. That's prosperity to you, and have a peaceful life. That could mean abundance to you. But this energy clearly is someone who's just being judged heavily. And you could find yourself sometimes just becoming frustrated because you're tired of hearing the criticism. You're tired of people passing judgment on you. This could also be something you have dealt with your entire life, maybe from your family, maybe from your friends, maybe even people you have dated. Things start off nice, but sooner or later they try to change who you are as they get to know you and time moves on. They try to change maybe the way you dress or the kind of music you like or the kind of food you like. And you're sick and tired of it. And so Spirit wants me to let you know this is your confirmation, not a coincidence, that it's okay to be you just the way you are. And so if you are coming across people who are constantly trying to change you, well, these are not your people. These are not your people. These are people you need to free yourself from. No one needs to have you. If it's about love and they care about you, you should never be anywhere sad, pondering feeling frustrated because how they choose to treat you or pass judgment on the choices that you make. Okay. This could also be your preference of who you choose to be with. You could not be a heterosexual male or female. You could be being heavily judged and criticized, people gossiping about you, slandering your character, Bible thumping you, trying to make you feel ashamed. People are people, Spirit is saying, and they're telling me to speak right now and don't even touch another card. So be patient. Because this sadness that you are in, whoever you are, you need not to be sad. It's okay for you to be different. It's okay for you to love who you want to love. Once again, Spirit is saying when you come across this energy, for you not to constantly entertain their presence. Do not allow another peasant into your presence. The next person who shows you who they are and you don't like it, simply cut off dealings with them. Because the more you constantly show up and interact with these people or a person, they're going to constantly disrespect you. They're going to constantly throw shade towards you. They're going to constantly Bible thump and throw verses at you and tell you you're going to be loved. You're not going to be loved. And that's far from the truth. You're not going to be loved any less because, you choose to love who you want to love and be who you want to be. And maybe going to college wasn't for you. It doesn't mean that you're lazy. It doesn't mean that you're a bum. It may simply mean that college just wasn't for you, but it doesn't mean that your value is any less. And yeah, whomever you are, you're not going to be loved any less by the divine. So do not allow these people to make you feel this way. But there's a saturation of heavy energy that's like around you because you're constantly in communication with these people, Spirit is saying, or you're showing up to where they invite you. Don't feel that you're indebted because they are family. True family will allow you to be yourself and be confident living your life without judging you or making you feel sad or bad about any life choice you made. We all make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. But then the word mistake, what is a mistake? The word mistake, what is a mistake, collective? Like, really, let's think about that. What is we call it a mistake? Something that we did that we're comparing to something else, or society is comparing it to something else. And if we don't do it the way the rest of the world do it, then it's wrong. Like, what is a mistake? No, it's okay for you to be you. Okay. So continue to be you, but Spirit wants you to stop showing up and giving access to these people who constantly disrespect you because it's pulling on your confidence, your self-esteem, and your frequency. And it's keeping you in this energy of sadness where the beautiful cats, metaphorically speaking, are even looking like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you? So you want to make sure that you don't give access to these kind of people, yeah, because there's just a saturation of dark, heavy energy that's making you feel depressed or making you feel like you're not good enough, and it's pulling on your confidence. It's pulling on your frequency. It's creating holes in your aura like Swiss cheese. And so, yeah, you have to really love yourself that much, collective, where the first time that a person shows you who they are, as the late great Maya Angelou would say, believe them and respect that. Because a lot of times, people are they're presenting, they're letting you see who they are and they're showing you, but it's up to you to walk away. And if you keep showing up, well, they feel like, hey, the collective must like this. So I'm going to talk some more ish. I'm going to judge them. I'm going to keep judging them. I'm going to keep ridiculing them. I'm going to keep condemning them. It'll get worse and worse every time that you show up to the family gathering, the picnic, the wedding, the birthday. Don't think because they're family, you have to tolerate them. You have to show up to their events. That's for somebody who really needs to hear that. And don't allow anyone to use the Bible to put fear in you. Fear is false evidence appearing real. And we know people have used religion and used the Bible to put fear into people, just to control them. But don't allow that. You need to stand tall. You're loved. You're valuable. Okay. We have the magician. Okay. You have everything you need to do anything you want. You have everything you need to do anything you want. Okay. So go where you are celebrated, not tolerated. Go where you are celebrated, not tolerated. Not tolerated. Yeah. Don't feel like, oh, It's my auntie's birthday, or it's their anniversary. I gotta go. It's the If you know when you get there, they're gonna make you feel like this, and before you get there, you're feeling like this. You're happy, but you know when you leave, you're gonna go home and be, why did I even go? It's time to flip the script. It's time to change the narrative of your life, collective. And no more pity party, no more war. Woe it's me. You stop giving access to these peasants. Do not bless them with your presence. Leave them where they are. They don't deserve your energy. They don't deserve it. I'm picking up a lot of sadness, not just from this card, but someone who's in heavy, like, depression, and it's not good. It's not good. Okay? And they could be aware that you become sad, or maybe you voice this. They could be aware of this. People feed off of fear. They feed off of sadness and grief. There are people who feed off of that. It makes them feel some kind of way. They feel superior. There are people who gloat to see someone sad or down. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Because it validates the inconsistency or the unresolved that resides within them, the areas of their life that they have chosen to ignore. The healing that they don't want to do. The getting over and releasing the toxicity in their life. The things that they don't want to tend to personally. When an unhealed person, witness someone who's always sad, they feed off that energy. Yeah, there are people, and that sounds diabolical, but that's who these people are. Someone's feeding off of your energy. They get a rise off of making you sad, and they're deliberately, while I'm stuttering, and somebody could stutter confirmation there. Um, they could deliberately say these things, knowing that it's painful, or just knowing that it's not kind. Okay, so you don't need to be indecisive. The Two of Wands, it says indecisive. Okay, one says which and one says indecisive. So you know don't be indecisive. Okay, maybe someone calls you a witch. Maybe you're into spirituality. Maybe someone calls you a witch. Well, you know what, be the best witch they've ever known. I wouldn't get offended at that. I would be the best witch that they've ever known. But you don't need to be indecisive. Okay, that's the Two of Wands. It says wake up. What is it that you truly want? The Two of Wands is saying, collective, what is it that you truly want? It's time to let go of these negative people, breaking communication permanently, so that you can have your peace. Instead of you being saturated with this dark energy, you can transmute that and transform that into something for yourself, because you are the magician and you have everything that you need. And these people see these qualities in you. They know this. You could be very smarter than these people. That's what Spirit is saying, and they know it. And so they want to break your spirit. A person can control you. When they can have you in fear, they can control you. And they can break your spirit, they can control you. Or if they can have you in a situation where you're relying on them, they can control you. You don't want to relinquish all your power to these peasants. Okay? So the Nine of Cups, okay? Live in constant gratitude. So this is what Spirit is saying, for you to live in constant gratitude, for you to focus on the positive energy in your life. But in order for you to do this and live in gratitude, you're going to have to sever ties with any negative person, place, or thing. Negative thoughts. You're going to have to surrender anyone with negative conversation or opinions of you permanently. Okay, anyone is even connected to these group of people. This could also be a friend group or a social group. You're going to have to sever ties for your well-being, collective. Okay, for your well-being. And so we have the Six of Wands. And so, yeah, Spirit wants you resting in gratitude and dressing and being celebrated. The Six of Wands is being celebrated. This is success, and also being celebrated by others, but you celebrating yourself. you being proud of who you are. No one wants to spend their life being angry, sad. Doesn't matter what you've been through. We've all been through some things, some trauma, some drama. We've all been in some situations, but no one wants to spend their entire life being sad and mad. You want to find some joy and some happiness somewhere in your life at some time. And this is a great time to let the negative people go. And also, somebody needs to know that spirit is going to put new people in your life, and they don't have to be blood related to be family like. They don't have to be blood related. New people will enter your life for you to make memories with and spend time with. But also, if you're someone who doesn't know how to be alone and you deem that as a negative, that is something you need to overcome as well. Because sometimes, you need to be alone to recalibrate your spiritual connection with source, to ground yourself so that you're not, so that you'll have clarity and you're not in the energy of being indecisive or confused. You'll know which way you want to go in life. You won't be confused about anything. You won't be sad because of what someone is saying. You'll learn immediately when people show you who you are. Well, that's someone I shouldn't mingle with. They're not on my frequency. We have nothing in common. So this is what spirit, that's why I'm continuously holding. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Being grateful, resting in gratitude each and every day, dressing and resting and just enjoying life. Enjoying life. But you have to be around the right energy, but you can only be around the right energy once you get rid of this old energy here, okay? So we have the Ace of Pentacles here, okay? What an abundant opportunity, okay? An abundant opportunity. It's awaiting you. And so also, I was just speaking of people trying to break your spirit. That's to control you, collective. They want to break your spirit so they can stop you from receiving these blessings and these opportunities. So keep that in mind. People are going to be people, but don't let the ways of the world change who you are, or deconstruct who you are naturally, your innate abilities and gifts. Trying to make you feel as if you're not loved, or you don't belong in the room, or you're not good enough. Broken people want you to feel broken. Not all, but there is a portion of people. There's a portion that ride and live off that kind of energy. They feel broken, so they want you to feel broken. Not all people, but there's a portion. Okay? So the Seven of Pentacles, this is about planting seeds, okay? This is about planting seeds. Nurture what you have and see how it grows. Nurture what you have and see how it grows, collective. So basically, that's saying start from where you are. Doesn't matter where you work, what your tax bracket is, where you live. Start from where you are, nurture it, and see how it grows. Doesn't matter what your age is. Doesn't matter what you've been through. These are all things that people have told themselves in general that may hinder them. What happened to them in their childhood. Look, something happened to everybody in their childhood. Something that they are uncomfortable with, or that relationship that didn't work out, that job that didn't work out. Take what you have and nurture it, and tap into your creative abilities and gifts. This is a fine time. If you have something that you've been wanting to do or work on, to showcase it and put it out. There's no time like the present. You don't have to sit on your gifts and be focused, on the naysayers, the negativity. So spirit wants you to shift your energy and not be so focused. But the only way you can do that is severing ties. So that's your answer to get rid of that sad feeling and depression. You're going to have to be strong and let those people go. Some people can walk away from toxic karmic. Well, I'm just say karmic. Some people can walk away from karmic family members, lovers, and friends with no problem. And for others, it may be difficult. But if they've got you feeling like this right here, you should be inspired, because I'm picking up this has been happening for a long time. You could be someone who I say either, even or either have gone to different family gatherings or events. Everyone is in the house or inside of the banquet hall, and you're outside in this energy. You know, someone said something wrong or tried to embarrass you or humiliate you. So those are people you need to stop showing up to be around. And so they keep doing it because Spirit is saying that's a spiritual nudge for you to stop showing up. Yeah, that's what that is. Evidently, this person that is doing this or these group of people, their time is over with on your timeline. So things will occur in life when we force ourselves to stay in situations that we know we need not to. Now, there are people who will come in your life and stay for a long time, collector, that you may mesh with and you enjoy their company, and there's a lot of laughter and love, whether it's romantic or just a friend, but you will know when a healthy connection is on point. You will know that. You won't have to figure it out. You won't be frustrated. It'll be so obvious and clear. It won't come with tension. It won't come with stress. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like a romantic relationship or being in love with someone. Like, I mean, when it's real, you're not stressed. You're not worried about, in my opinion, you're not worried about a thing. You're not hyper focused on who somebody is talking to. You're not spending your life and your days. I did a reading on that. Worrying about what your partner is doing. Time is too precious for that. You're not going to marry someone and just be hyper focused on what time they're coming home. I wonder what they're doing. Is they messing with the secretary? All those negative, because it is, because I look at it like this. It is what it is. The truth will reveal a lie. The lie will reveal the truth. And nature always takes care of its own. Anything that needs to be revealed or shown to us in this life, it will be, whether we like it or not, or whether we are ready to deal with it or not. So there is no need, no matter who you are, to stress about a thing. If you're in any kind of friendship, relationship, and you want to know what somebody's doing, it will be revealed to you. You don't have to be hyper focused on it. So, yeah. But this connection here, that's somebody need to hear. This connection here, though, with this family or these friends, yeah, they're doing this shade because it's time for you to break communication permanently. And you don't have to announce your arrival, and nor do you need to announce your departure. Just simply stop showing up. Stop answering your phone. Stop opening your door. They'll get the hint. They'll get the hint. Yeah. We have the Knight of Swords, okay? Be ambitious. Chase your every dream. And this is what Spirit wants you to focus on the healthy things. You are the magician. You have everything you need. Be ambitious. Chase your dreams. Put your energy and time into building. What they say, get to the bag. Put your energy and time towards love, peace, growth. What makes you happy? Who make you laugh? Put your time in that. Spend time with your cat or your dog. Spend time with your children. Go play a game with the kids. Even if you don't have kids, go find somebody else's kids and go whatever. Focus on the love, not the hate. This world is full of enough dark energy, collective. It's easy to find gossip. It's easy to find slander. It's easy to find hatred. That gets pushed to the forefront more than light, more than love. It's easy to find those things. Life is enough by itself, without you deliberately allowing someone to add some negative energy to it. And that goes for all of us. We all are important. We all are valuable, but life is enough by itself. And when we acknowledge that someone is a liability and they're not an asset, well, it's time to do some subtraction. It's time to go back to the drawing board and remove some things like ourselves. Yeah, and not be oblivious, because you'll move forward in life and have all these birthdays and you'll look back and you'll say, wow, I'm wasting my time around all these negative ass people. When you could have been hit the joy button, been hit that joy button, Make sure you look good, smell good every day. Even if you ain't going nowhere, get up, put them clothes on, whatever, do your makeup. Guys, male or female, whatever, put them clothes on. Make sure you look your best and you're presenting your best, even in the gym, even in the gym, even in the gym. Okay? Yes, take care of yourself, collective. Take care of yourself. Let's get an oracle card here. Let's get some oracle cards. There's enough negativity. Don't nobody need nothing extra. You can turn on the tele vision or the news to get that. Nobody needs that. You have a choice. You have free will, collective. You're not put here because you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. Who's ever telling you that? Because I'm picking that up. They're lying to you. That's manipulation. That's a control tactic. You're supposed to do this. No. That's not what it's about. I'm confirming it. That's not what it's about. Yes, work on the confidence. Yes, work on the confidence. Christina Savannah, listen to her song, Confidence. Success. And in order to get the success, and that's what this reading is talking about, these two go hand in hand. In order to get the success and maintain it, you must have confidence. And in order to have confidence, you have to remove the haters. You have to remove them. And then once you remove them, that's where the ambition drops in at. See? So, yeah, so there's some good fortune. There's some good fortune, prosperity, and opportunity that's awaiting you. But the universe is waiting for you to let these people go that are making you sad and feel depressed. And for some of you, it might be a relationship, but you need to get your passion about life back, about your passion for life, your passion for self, your goals, your ambitions, things you desire, things you want to create, what you stand for. And your intuition has been telling you this for a long time. So Spirit is saying, no more disregarding. The time is now. The time is now, collective. Yeah, to come out of that sadness. Yeah. No pity party. Nothing's going to happen with a pity party. Feeling sorry for ourselves, that nothing's going to happen. I don't hate to break it to you. I'm glad to let you know. Because you need to be informed. Because some people feel that way, that feeling sorry for themselves and just being sad because somebody hurt them, that something's going to change. No, it actually blocks. It blocks it. Spirit is waiting for you to pick up the pieces and start working on growing, developing, surrendering, and practicing self-preservation and letting nothing get in the way. Create a goal. Whatever hobby you have, there's something that you have in you that you're very passionate about. You need to put your attention towards that. Okay? Yeah, come out of your comfort zone. Come out of your comfort zone. And, your comfort zone just may be being around these karmic family members. But you should be celebrating and dancing, doing a cha-cha slide to get away from these ninjas, because the energy here is they just straight negative, baby. They not good. They not good. It's like, trying to, child, they not good. I'm just say that. I gotta watch what I say because I'll be saying some things. They not good. So follow your intuition. Yeah, come out of the sadness. Come out of your comfort zone. Because sometimes we can be, after especially dealing with karmic family members, for so long, who are negative, diabolical, and low vibe, you will become conditioned to that kind of energy environment. And to break away from it, to actually sever ties from it, it could be difficult for you. But it's because you've been conditioned to thinking that this is normal. This is the way to live. This is life. But in reality, it is not. We all have our own worlds. We all have our own experiences. And we have our small worlds. We are all small little worlds living within a bigger world here on planet Earth. And trust and believe, there's more going on than what you have been doing every day of your life. There's more going on than the jobs than the hobbies than the music the food There's other worlds amongst worlds. So many, too many to even speak about on many levels, respectfully so. There's a lot of good ish going on, collective, and the divine does not want you to miss out. And it looks like you're being targeted because they know this is something about someone in this group or this family. They know about your gifts, but sticking around some sabotaging people will not help you. It's going to block you. It's going to block the prosperity from coming in. It's going to block the money from coming in. It's going to block the opportunity from coming in. It's not going to happen while you stay around the karmics, because what's for you is not for them. And if the divine does not want them being part of your blessing, make sure you're not the one to learn a hard lesson and inflict self-stagnation onto yourself. Careful. Break ties, cut ties.